Okay, everybody, I hope I'm live right now. Hope you can see. Oh, really? Um, my iPad is right here. Um, so I know I had people who said they would like to see me do my dial close. And so I'm trying to work this out. I hope you can hear me. I'm using my phone, and this is the first time I've ever used it for live streaming. But I think it's working. What I need is some headphones so I can hear if you can hear me. Let me go get my I need to go get my ear earpiece things. Okay, that's really helpful. I cannot find my earpiece things. Oh, here they go. What do you call these things? I don't know. Um, oh, did it turn on? AirPods. There we go. I need to turn on my AirPods. Can you hear me? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Did I turn my mic down or up? I don't know. Um, let me. Oh, okay. I have my iPad on, so it's going to be a echo right quick until I can turn this down. There we go. I have my iPad on, so just in case if I see people or people come in and comment, I have it right here. I'm doing at a weird angle because I'm using my phone and I'm trying to make sure you can see the bed of the sewing machine. So what I'm working on today is a sewing pattern for my dial clothesline. And so this is the pattern that I'm using. Um, can I? That is the shirt or dress that I'm making right there. And so I already started. And once I got started, I remembered somebody said that they wanted to see me do some of the project. And so that's why I decided to start the camera. So I've only gotten this far. Let me move this back a little bit. I've only gotten far enough to get the sleeves. There we go. The tops of the sleeves together. So that's all I've gotten, the bodice part of the dial dress together. Okay. And I have instructions near me because I like to go by per the instructions when I do the first one. And then after that, I kind of go on my own and do my own thing. Um, because then once I got the instructions down, I don't need to follow them anymore. So I have the instructions, and then this is what I do. I cut out a bunch of the pattern pieces. Can I back this camera up? Let me see. Nope. I can only back it up if I move this out the way. I'm on my I'm on my sewing table, and so because I'm on my sewing table, I don't have a lot of room. So what I do is I cut out all the pieces to the dress, and it only has 4 pieces. I cut all these out first, and then I cut a bunch of them out. So then I can just work one after the other and not have to stop. Okay. And then I keep them in these bags with the titles, um, all of the clothes, each one of the PDF patterns are in this sleeve. And I keep them in a binder, the binder that I showed you the other day. Okay. So then, um, so I have I don't want to drop these things. Um, So then I have the pattern pieces. Yeah, so discombobulated, y'all. I'm sorry. This is the first time I'm trying this video, so I'm trying to work this out. Okay, so now since I got these pieces together, I will cut out I will sew together another one of these pieces together to make the top part of the bodice. So they're in this envelope. And so I didn't want you to have to watch me do both of them. I did one already. And it's really, really simple. All I'm doing is taking these two pieces, right sides together, and I've already cut the pieces out. And then I'm going to put these together. So you can tell the front from the back because the front is kind of a round shape, a rounded shape here, and this is more square. Okay. And so this is the fronts and the backs. And so we're going to take these pieces and we're going to put them together. That's the neckline, and that goes there. Nope, that's wrong. They go like this. See, these two pieces go side by side, and then these pieces go on the top there. I think that's right. What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I have to be able to flip these. And so right sides always go together. How come these pieces are not matching? Oh, because I'm crazy. Because I'm putting them on wrong. See, there. That's how that goes. Because I know the two tabs are supposed to go together. Because in the end, they'll come together like this in the back. I usually put Velcro back there. Okay. So first things first, I use these little clips. Where did my clips go? Oh. I don't use pins. I use these little clips here because it's just easier. Um, so I don't have to worry about pinning. And I just put these together. Evenly. Can y'all see that? So then also when you're using the pins like this, I mean these clips like this, you don't have to worry about excuse me, running over a needle with your sewing machine, because a lot of times when you use needles, you run over them with your sewing machine. Okay, and you remember I told you that I use my serger most of the time. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna pull my sewing machine back up so you can see, um, like this, and then I put these in here, and I do a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Okay, because it's not working. I do a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Oh, got the wrong foot. Okay, I do a 1/4 of an inch with a back stitch, and I'm using the Singer Heavy Duty. I actually have a Janome, but it's too much speed for this small little space of to sew. Okay, and I know y'all right. I'm right in y'all mouth. Let me try to move this up and see if I can pull it back a little bit, because I'm right in y'all face. I'm using my that arm thing. Okay. I'm trying not so you don't have to see that iPad. Okay, and then that's that first side here. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And all I'm doing is putting them together, the collar together. This is the most tedious part of it all, because you have to flip this little bitty piece, and it's annoying to flip it, but it's gorgeous when you finish it. Okay, and I'm gonna take that out. And so now this is what we have, just like the other piece. That's what this looks like. And I'm going to figure out how to do this much better, but this is my first time doing my sewing, and so I have to figure this out. Maybe if I take this out of here, I'm not worried about it being in the way. If I take my iPad. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Kathy. Hi, God's Desire. Thank you for joining me. I'm trying to fumble my way through with this. Sewing project for the first time. Okay, I'm gonna put my iPad over there. Hi, Creative Space. Thank you for joining me. You use the clips too, so they're so much easier to me. Okay, so then I'm gonna swing you over. I'm sorry for the blurry, but my serger is right here. See, I'm using this thing here, and I'm trying to swing the arms, and it's not letting me because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. It's saying rotation locked on my phone. Okay, so then this is my serger. I have a serger to match the sewing machine, and then what I do is, in order to clean up this frayed edges, because just because it's a child's clothes, it still makes a difference to me that the kids' clothes look okay. And so all I do is run this right across my serger. And remember, I told you, oh, did I do that again? No. I use 4 colors so that nobody can be like, oh, no, that's not, you didn't make that. I use 4 colors. So this is going to be the most wackiest video ever, but I kind of wanted y'all to see the process of me at least attempting to make this. So let's swing. Sorry for the swinging. And I'm going to figure this out. What I'm trying to do, the reason why I look so discombobulated, because I'm trying not to show my face, because of course I didn't comb my hair. I just took a shower, put another pajamas on. And so I'm going to have to just not do that. I'm going to have to eventually show my face in some of these videos. Okay, so now we have both parts are done. But beforehand, and don't forget this part, this is one of the most important parts of whatever you're doing, and all of us sewers know this. You have to press. You have to press these seams down. You can't skip that part. Let me see if I can move you up a little bit. There we go. I think that's good. Sorry for all the shaky. Yeah, okay. And so I have this right here, and this is the only one of these that I'm gonna keep. Is this Cricut thing, because it's perfect to press the hems and seams for the dial clothes. So out of the heat presses, this is the only one that I want to keep because it's perfect. Look at that. It makes those seams lay right down because it's so tiny and cute. I like that. Okay, so then now we have these like that, and okay, so now we have our 2 tops done. And so now we have to do is we got to put these together before we turn them. And so they match up perfectly like this. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew here and around this neckline, around here. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the armholes also, because you want to, that's the part you have to sew together. I know. Yeah, the easy press is so much better than getting that iron out. I agree. Totally 100%. It's so much easier to me. Okay, so when you're doing your seams, make sure that you put one on one side and one on the other side, because you don't want all of that bulk on one side, okay? And so I'm just going to put a clip right there, and then I'm going to do the same thing right here. Put this clip right there, so then it's not bulky, because you don't want that bulk at all in your shirt. Plus, it'll make it extra hard for you to turn it over if it's bulky like that. Okay, so the armholes, we're going to sew the armholes. So I'm just putting a clip right here for the armholes. And that's just to remind me you need to sew the armholes. That's the only reason why I'm putting these clips here, just so I can remember that I need to sew those together. That's all. Okay, and so now we're going to sew up this collar piece. And so let me move this out the way. And I promise the next time I do this, I'll have a better system. My problem is I didn't want to pull out my other DLSR. I was being lazy. And so that's why. Okay, so you should be able to see that flatbed of that sewing machine. And so I'm a lazy sewer, so don't get mad at me. I'm a lazy sewer. I don't use pins and stuff that often because I'm a lazy sewer. But I do keep it at the 1/4 mark, and 1/4 on this foot is right at the edge of the foot, which will help you stay in line. So if as long as I keep it straight on here, I'm gonna be good to go. Did I just do that? Did you see one thing that I did wrong? The first thing that I did wrong was not pull my thread, so it came right out that needle. And I do that all the time, and I know better, but I do it all the time. Let me see if I can needle thread this right quick, because also with this is there we go. And I'm gonna thread this needle. Take it around. Come on, stop playing. I have the hardest times threading needles, and I don't know why. Let's see if I can get this to, of course not. Yeah, drive me crazy with this needle threading. No, I can't see. And this is the reason why most projects take so much extra time, is because of things like this, when you need to stop and thread a needle because you didn't do your due diligence by holding your threads. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull my bobbin thread. And I also have a black bobbin in here, because normally I use white bobbins, but I decided to go ahead and spring for bobbins. So I bought some black bobbins. Okay, let's start this again. My threads are back there. I'm putting it right down. And I usually start with my needle end, which was another reason why that didn't work. Yeah. Oh my God. I hate threading my embroidery machine too. It drives me bananas. My 77 whatever that is not that bad. But my big machine, my 6 needle holder, it's like pulling teeth when I have to thread that. Okay, so if I put my needle in there, I don't have that problem. So now I'm just gonna get started, and I'm gonna back stitch. And when you get ready to do that turn, if you like me, I be trying to fly. Okay, see, now this is another reason why these threads get on my nerves. I be trying to fly and I miss my corner. So I always have to slow down so I can make my turn, because I'll speed right through it. Am I at the turn? Yep. Yep. Okay, so now I have to make sure that both of these is, one is laying this way and that one is going that way. You know what? I'm not quite at my turn. One more. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to go straight down so I won't miss my turn. It's right there. And then my turn is right there. See, I just put my foot on it and it just go automatically. I don't be trying to miss my turn, but I do. A lighted magnifying glass. Molly, that is such a good idea. Because I can't see. My eyes is old. I can't see the little thing. That one's going that way, so this one needs to go. Wait a minute. Okay, so this one is flat this way. That means I need to put this one this way. Okay. So I'm still going. And I'm going to put that needle down so I can turn on my turn. This is one reason why most people don't like making doll clothes. They're too little. Hi, Molly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not say hello to you. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody, on this little impromptu sewing in your face video, because this is the most horrible video. So if I get thumbs down, I understand why. This is horrible. Because I should have had a camera behind me like I normally do. Or a better angle. But you can exactly see what I'm doing. Okay. I pull up my... Okay, so my stitches, they look good. They're even. Everything is even, as you can see it. All of my stitches are nice and even, which is what I was looking for. I done something over here because I shouldn't have 3 threads sticking. There we go. I have a double bobbin thread pulled up. Okay. So now I'm just going to sew these armholes. Okay, I'm putting my needle down. Yep. Okay. Okay, so, and then don't forget, whatever you did at this stitch right at this layer, make sure that you do on the other side. So this one is laying flat this way, and this one is going the opposite way. And a lot of times I forget that, and it be bulky, and it's more my fault because I don't pay attention. And I'm taking my time to go right around these curves. And these little pieces like this is so small. So I'll stitch 1, 2, 3 and lift and turn. So then I don't run over where I'm supposed to go. Because these little spaces will annoy you. Okay, so that's that arm. Okay, and now we're gonna go back and we're gonna do the other arm. And the hardest part about this is probably gonna be me trying to turn this fabric out. Okay, so I'm sticking my needle in so I can be able to start into a back stitch. And then I'm turning. Sticking my needle down and I'm gonna turn. Let me make sure. Yep, that's on the right side. That's on the right side. And this little machine is a little workhorse. I love this little Singer heavy duty. It doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like my little fancy Janome that I paid too much for downstairs. But this sewing machine is a workhorse. I have two of these machines because they just sew so well, and I didn't want to. I got them at such a great deal that I didn't want to not have a spare. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're looking like right now. This is our armholes right here and our neckline. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the serger, and now I'm about to serge this. So because all of the insides, I want to always make them look clean as possible. So we're going to swing you over to my serger. And I don't know how to pull back on this picture. So that's why you're so close up. So nobody can say I can see it. Not on this video, because you can see my hands and wrinkles and my ashiness and everything. Okay, and so there we go on that side. And then I'm going to do it on this armhole. And that's just to make stuff look neat, even though you're never going to see this. Because when I turn it, you're not going to ever see this part. But I know that it looks weird or it don't look right. That's the key. I know it don't look right. Okay, and so now I'm about to do these. Plus, when you serge, it takes the bulkiness out too. It takes some of this extra bulk out when you serge. Okay. All right, now let's bring you back over here. And that is what we're looking like. I need to pull that out the way. That's what we're looking like now. Now is the thing. I have to turn this inside out. Will I be able to do it? That's the question. Because turning the bodice inside out takes a bit of patience and practice, and so I won't go crazy. But because what I need is a point turner. A point turner, I can stick it through one end and bring this out the other end, and it won't drive me crazy. But this probably will. But we're going to say it won't. We're going to just pull this baby out and get it on the right side. On the right side. Come on. Do it even look like it's coming through? It does not look like it to me, but it is coming through. I think if I use something, all right, thank you for coming in, Kathy. I appreciate you. Okay, so is it even coming through? Yeah, it's coming through. This is one of the hardest things for me because these pieces are so tiny to get them to come through there. See, let's see. How do I, maybe if I take it through the bigger part, it might be a little easier if I take it this way. Is this shoulder is so tight that it's so hard to get it to come through. And I don't want to break the threads. And so, yeah, that's always been my Achilles heel, is to flip these pieces. If I could figure out how to sew without flipping pieces, I will never have to flip again. Okay. Come on through. It drives me crazy. Probably gonna take me all night to do this part. Come on. Nope, it's not one to go through. So I'm gonna have to wait and get my point turner. Hey, let's see if I can do it this way. Because it's a trick to making this go through here. And I know it is. There is a trick to get this through here. There is a trick. And I know it's my point turner, but I know there's a way to get this through this little, because it's just a small area. Yep, I'm feeling it, but I'm not able to get it through. Where's my tweezers? Ah. Thank you. I love what I do no matter what it is, but sometimes stuff like this can have me wanting to have a stroke. Okay, nah. Okay, can't get it through. Stay in there, and let's see if I can pull it through this way. Ah, no. Help me. Help me. Let's see if I can push it through. Nope, y'all, I can't get this through right now. There's a trick, and I can't remember my trick right now. And so I can't get this turn. I have a point turner. It's downstairs in my sewing room, and I'm going to have to go get it in order to turn this out. So at least you got a chance to see the beginning of the dress. The next time I come in, I'm going to have a better camera angle because I'm not going to let y'all sit here while I fight with this. The next time I come in, I'm going to have these turned. I'm gonna have them turned, and I'll be able to start with the next part of the dress, and I will use my right camera because I'm using my iPhone right now, which actually shows a very good picture. It looks really good. That might be a good idea. I don't know. I got to figure this out. Maybe I need to make my seams a little shorter to give me more room to turn with. I don't know. I got to figure this out though. But I know when you use that point turner, it really helps you, but it's not working with nothing that I'm trying right now. Because I'm supposed to be able to pull this from the back side. Stay in there. Nope, it's not staying in there. Help me. Yeah, my fabric is bunching up when it's time to pull it through. And so I can't get it through. So this is probably the reason why I never make this dress, because I have one made, but I never try to make this dress because turning these points drive me bananas. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Like it's a way to get this. You know what I'm probably gonna have to do? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to take out this portion, turn it out, and then do a top stitch over it. Because there's a way that you're supposed to do this, and I know it because I've turned them before. Oh, yeah, there's a way. I just don't know it right now. So I'm just, yeah, this is getting on my nerve. And I'm gonna probably be in this spot all night long, like trying to turn this fabric. Okay, this is not a winner. You know what? It's so funny to me because I try to do one project every night so I can have at least one thing done. So at least I can show you what I did last night. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest embroidery? I just thought this was the most cutest thing ever. I made this for my new granddaughter last night on the embroidery machine. So I just got to cut it out around the edges, and we're going to put it on one of her blue jean jackets that my daughter made. Hi, Miss Hazel. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just showing them how I was trying to make a dress, and it was a bust and driving me crazy. But yeah, so I did this on the embroidery machine last night. I know. You know, if I put us all on Zoom, we'll be able to sew together. That's what I should do. I should put us all on Zoom so we can sew together, like I did that card making thing that one time. Um, yeah. Oh, and then I do have something else I made, and it's just the cutest. I have this big 6 needle machine, and I made this yesterday too. I might need to stop trying to sew today. Um, where's my, here it is. So I made this yesterday. Can you see it? There we go. Little bib and a burp cloth. I made those yesterday. I think it's so cute. I made it in the hoop of my embroidery machine. So you can't have a win every day, but I think I had a win yesterday. Thank you. Please do, so I can figure out how to turn this little bitty thing, because it's too tiny. What I might end up doing is not even doing them like this. I might sew them top side and do a French seam, because that might even work better. And then I won't have to worry about turning them at all. Um, or I might end up doing a different project and not including them in the first fashion show. I don't know. Thank you. I'm telling you, Miss Hazel, you have to get you a sewing machine so that you can learn how to sew. It's so relaxing. Except right now when I can't turn this piece of fabric. I can't turn this thing to save my life. But when, I mean, literally, we had, I learned how to sew when I was like 9 or 10, 11, 12, something like that when I was young. And I taught myself how to sew. But when I started making stuff, it was so satisfying. Yeah, it was so satisfying. I can remember the one thing that I made that was the most satisfying was a robe for my son with a little hood. And he would walk around in that terry cloth robe. every single day until he grew out of it. He did not want to put it down. And I still remember that little white robe that he used to wear. And it'd be so funny because he could barely walk. See, that's what I'm saying. You know what? I don't quilt. It's something I don't quilt because it takes too long. I'm kind of an instant gratification kind of person. And so I want my projects to be finished when I sit down. When I get up, I don't want to have to I don't want to have to go back to it. I want to be through. Yeah, some days you just don't have a win, and this is it. And so yeah, I love all things crafty. I literally made my sister-in-law's wedding gown. My brother impromptu proposed to her, and she was so petite she could not fit any of the wedding gowns ready made. So I went to the store and bought her some fabric, and I made her a wedding gown, and we had her wedding in our house. Let's show that y'all. See, my grandmother and my mother used to quilt, but I never could get to it. I never could. I just couldn't do it. It was like, nope, I'm not about to quilt because y'all take 50 years to do it, and I won't do it. You made yours too? That had to be so satisfying. But yeah, I made her wedding dress, and it was fabulous. And we had their wedding in my house, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. You know, I knew it was a technique. Um, Me either. I don't have a lot of space. Well, I do, but I don't. I don't like basements, so I refuse to put all my sewing stuff in the basement. And because of that, I have to use a bedroom. And so I kind of took over my husband's man cave. And he's like, whatever. He don't even use his man cave. So I kind of lucked out. Um, I oh, oh, look, I can't remember which side is supposed to be coming out and which side is supposed to be turning. but but I got it, y'all. Look, I got it. As I was talking, uh-oh. I got one side. I got one side out. I don't know how I did it though. Uh-oh, I might just have it. I might just have it turned out. See, let me babble long enough. None of my kids have the creative gene either, Miss Hazel. They just don't like it. Like none of them. They'll pack the boxes. They'll do all of that kind of stuff, but they refuse to do anything crafty. See, I almost got it. Look, if I wouldn't have said nothing, I probably would have had it. Come on out. Come on, baby. You coming. Y'all don't laugh at me. I'm crazy. Little things make you happy, and this is the kind of little things that make me happy. Look, I got it. Look, I don't know what direction it's supposed to be in, but I got it It's out. Yay. Okay, let me get my little mat so I can figure out how to press this down. Look at there. No weapon. No weapon. I done got it out of there. Now ask me to do it tomorrow. It might not happen. Miss Hazel, I got it out. I flipped it and turned it. Look at it. It's flipped. I think I need a shorter seam allowance, which will make it a little bit easier to turn out. If I use, instead of using a 1/4, maybe use like an eighth or something like that. It might be easier to turn out because I see the bulky in this part here. This little mini Cricut is wonderful for this. Let me see if I can pull y'all back some. I'm probably unscrewing the wrong things. There we go. That's more better. That's better. So y'all not, I'm not in y'all tonsils. Yes. Hallelujah. Yes, I'm doing the happy dance, Miss Molly. I'm doing the happy dance. I can't believe I got it out. Let me cut some of these straight threads. Okay, maybe if I... This is so awkward. I'm going to do better tomorrow. I promise. There, you can see it better. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make you dizzy. Yes, this Easy Press is fabulous for doll clothes. It's just the perfect size. I love this little thing. It's the perfect size. The rest of them I want to throw out the window because I don't like them. But this is perfect for my little doll clothes. Okay, so now let's press this side. Maybe I'll have I got a half a win today. I got a half a win today. I'm going to call this a whole win because that was a tough job to do. Okay, so make sure you press down your seams really good because if you don't, that's the you it just won't look right. It just will not look right if you don't get those seams pressed. What is over here? Oh, that's why I'm like, what's going on? I broke my nail. I'm like, some keeps scratching me. Okay, let's push this out. Now that's square. And we're going to pull this part out and stretch that out like that. And this part needs to be, yeah, I need to read the directions because I need to see if they're telling me I need to do a 1/4 seam allowance because it doesn't look like it on these directions that I'm looking at. I think my seam allowance is too big. But we're not going to worry about it. Okay, so there is our top. That is our top. or it's not called a top, it's called the bodice. That's our bodice piece right there. Okay, so now what I have to do is sew the armholes together. So I need to take these two pieces and sew these two pieces together. All that work just to sew these two pieces together. Yep, those are the armholes. Look at these little bitty things. This is the reason why people do not do dial clothes, because there's just too much going on. Too much with the going on. Okay, so I'm about to pull the sewing machine up. Yeah, that was a good win, because that was some struggles. Sound like Mr. Early is home bringing me some dinner, because I can hear him, but my dogs haven't heard him yet. But as soon as they do, they're going to go berserk. So please excuse the puppy noise. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down, hold them threads, stick that in there, and we're going to get these sewn up real quick. I think that turning them may take the longest of everything. To put this whole little outfit together. Because now I got that other side. And I'm just going to sew these two pieces together. Yeah, the puppies must be asleep, because I just heard my husband's truck. And they didn't start barking. Okay, so we got that. And so I'm about to run it over here. Instead of this little small area, I'm just going to run it over my serger. So y'all can hear it but not see it. I think y'all might be seeing my iPad. Okay, I'm just running the serger because I love that clean line look no matter what. So see, I love that. Those clean lines will get you every time. And have you noticed for the sewers, like, have you noticed how they're gouging prices on sewing machines and stuff? Like, I just cannot believe how expensive they are. Thank you, guys. Desire, I appreciate you coming. I do. Thank you. All right, then. So now we have the bodice part of our... There they go. They hear them. Now we have the bodice part of our shirt. Look at that. It's so cute. It's so tiny. The one that I have, the serger that I have, I got from HSN. But if you go to Walmart, I think they have some good ones. They have some good sergers. It's I want to say it may be a Brothers, and I have that one that they have. It's the 1034, I think, is that serger that they have at Walmart, and it's easy to thread. It's real easy to thread. $300? Holy moly. Well, you know, if it's a 5 needle, because I bought my 5 needle, because I have a 5 thread serger also, that I got off of HSN years ago, and I lost the cord to it. And so I have to go to a sewing specialty store to get the cord. But that one was like $500, but that's because it does like overcast stitches. It does a lot of stuff. Yeah, it is really hard to find. You are so right. It's really hard to find right now because of these markups. They're marking them up out of people's pockets. Like the prices are horrible. I gotta make sure this is, yeah, I'm about to say I knew it's some extra fabric in there. Making sure you sew this stuff down, I mean, iron them down is really important. Like I left that seam out and so it's tucked in there. See this little bitty, this little iron thing, what is this thing called? This easy press? It goes in little bitty places because it got that cute little point. It got that cute little point to it. So it goes good. And it has this cute little base. I love this little base to the easy press. Hey, Mr. Early. Hello, honey. You don't hear me. Probably got them earbuds in. Okay, so now we got this part done. We got our bodice to our little bitty dress. Hey, babes. Thank you. Okay. Now we need to get our dress or our bottom part of our dress together. This part is going to be uber quick because all we have to do, let's move her back, is take this part and these two pieces and sew them up on the sides. So this one goes here. Yeah, I hear it. You got a leak call. And this one goes here. Okay, so let's put this over here. And so this part is really super easy to do because all we have to do is sew up the seams. And instead of using my sewing machine, well, nope, I'm going to do it. Okay, so now let's bring back my sewing machine. We'll bring this baby back in here. And we just gonna sew these seams together. And then we're gonna take them over to the serger and clean them up. Can I do it that way? My swing arm is in the way. Can you see me sewing this? Yeah, somewhat. Okay, so now I'm sewing this first side. I'm sorry, that camera is making it jump. I mean, the sewing machine is making it jump. And I'm going to sew this other side. Okay, so now I'm going to come on over here to my serger. Did I swing you over to my serger enough? Okay, yep. It's 2:30? Whoa, go to bed, Miss Hazel. Oh my goodness. Where are you? Okay, so now I'm going, let's see if I turn my serger this way, if you can see it better. Okay, that made you not be able to see it at all. Let's turn my camera this way. What, puppy? No outside. Okay, yeah, I think that's, yeah. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do is clean up my sides, because you know I have to clean up the edges. So I'm cleaning up the edges where I just sewed these two pieces on. So I'm just cleaning these babies up. Just like that. And then I'm going to take the bottom part, which is this longer piece here, this edge, and as opposed to turning it twice like normal, which is what they ask you to do, I'm just going to serge it and turn it up one time. I hear your little tick, tick, tick feet, little dog. You're not finna go outside. It's nighttime. Okay, so I'm getting to the other seam. And in order for them to look right, instead of pressing this down like this, I'm turning it in that way. So they look right. Okay, so now we have our skirt portion done. Okay, telling you that okay, so next we're gonna take this part and we're getting ready to put a pleat in the front of this. So I'm going to move this out the way and bring out back so y'all can see this. I'm sorry with all this twisting and turning. I promise it's gonna be better. I should have used my overhead like I normally do. But I brought my sewing table from in the basement. Okay. Come on, camera. Stop it. Okay. It's me because I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna move this back because what I'm going to accomplish with this is the center, and I didn't iron this out on purpose because I wanted it to be shown. So what I have to do is take these two pieces like this and fold them in half like that. Okay, I'm gonna fold them in half, and then this part needs to be a seam put in it. So what I'm doing is I'm making like a pocket. And so I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to take this over to my sewing machine and I'm going to build a pocket. And the pocket is the pleat, it's the pleat in the front of the dress. Okay, so that's what I did. I just sewed that up. So then I'm going to turn this outward and I'm going to take this piece and lay it down directly in the center. That's why I left that little center in there, just like that, okay? Yeah. Okay, so then what I need to do is just tack this center down. Because what I just made was like a pleat in the front of the dress. So I'm just tacking down that part. Okay. So I just tack down, can you see it? Let's see. Yeah. I just tack down this little piece here. Okay, so then, where's my bodice piece? I lost my little bodice. After all that hard work, I can't lose it. Okay, so now this bodice piece, I have to find the center of the bodice, which all you have to do to find the center is fold it in half, and you get your center. And we're gonna put these right sides together, right at that center, right there. Okay, right here. And so this is the piece that you see I didn't do a back stitch on purpose, because when I get to this part, I can open this up, and there go that pleat in the middle. See that? That's the reason why I didn't do a back stitch to close that up. So all I'm gonna do now with this is take these pieces and put these together and match them up. I'm gonna match all of these pieces together. See, we're gonna match all of those together. And I did it on that side. Now I need to do the same thing on this side. Okay, why do I have so much more ease on this side than I do this side? Oh, there it is. I'm about to say, there to go the ease. Okay, so I'm gonna match up these ends, and there's extra here, but I have to ease this end, and that's going to be the trick, is to ease that end so it looks right when I put it together. Okay, so that's these pieces, and so now I'm getting ready to sew this together. I'm sewing my bodice. So let me bring my sewing machine back in. Sorry for the moving, but I'm bringing my sewing machine back in so you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. This is such a discombobulated show. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm such a nut. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna sew the bodice to the base. And I have to ease this in order to get this in there. And I'm going to ease it in, and I hate easing. That annoys me too. Like, I have a lot of problems with some stuff, but I love doing this. But it's going to look fabulous when I'm done. So I'm just easing it in a little bit at a time. So by the time it get up to this point, it's in there. Okay, I'm gonna take this one out, and then I'm gonna ease this pieces in too. And by the time I get right there, I've eased it in there, and it's going to match up perfectly. Okay. And then I'm going to take it on over to the serger right quick and serge this piece. Okay. Give me this right here. Ouch, I just stuck myself with my scissors, y'all. Help me. Okay, and guess what we have? The cutest little dress ever. And so this piece here, hey, what are y'all looking at? Uh-oh. I done something wrong here. I switched my camera upward. Because y'all looking at my dials. Oh, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus. Oh, there it go. Y'all looking at the ceiling. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was me. I tell you, I'm not. This is nut hour. That's where I am. Okay, and so see, I eased that in really nicely. And it has little bitty pleats in there. And then all I have to do is take this part up. Cut this part up. I should have just used a longer stitch, but it's okay. And see, there goes the inner piece of the dress. And now, all I need to do, where's my little pad at? Oh, right here. And that's our little dress. Now, all I need to do is iron it and turn under those seams. There go our little pleated dress. Just like that. So what I'm going to do is all I'm going to do to finish this off, because I have to finish it off, is look at here. Holy moly. I'm looking at my iPad as I do this to try to see if I'm in the camera view. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to turn this up. There we go. So see, can you see it besides my little fat fingers? All I'm going to do for this dress is turn that part up. And I'm going to just sew this down. So, all I'm doing is turning this up. And, whoa. Back stitch. And so all I'm doing is just turning it up. So when you use your serger, you don't have to worry about doing that 1/4 flip, 1/4 flip or whatever. Because if you turn it up, when somebody look at it, it's neat on the inside. And there we go. Okay. And now we have our cute little dress. Let's push that back and let's push this so you see if you can see it. Where is our cute little dress? I think you'll be able to see the dress now. And now we have our cute little dress. Thank you, Beth, for joining me. I'm just showing you how to make this cute little dress. And I'm all over the place, and this video is all over the place, but this is the final result, our cute little dress. So what I do for the back is I turn these in, and I put Velcro on one side, turn this in, and put Velcro on the other side, and voila, we have a dress that closes with Velcro. So what I'm going to do, because of course you have to finish off your pieces, I'm going to serge up one side of the back. And I'm going to serge up the other side of the back. Because our piece has to be finished. And so now I have a finished dress. And so once I put the Velcro, because I have to sew the Velcro on and then turn it over and top stitch it, it's going to be closed just like that on both sides. I do the same thing, so the Velcro will be together and you have a full dress. And there you go. Let me see if I can get the whole dress in here. Can I get the whole dress in here? Thank you. It was a struggle, but I'm glad. Thank you, Beverly. I appreciate that. Yes, I done had some discombobulations with this dress, but it turned out. That's the important part. Now all I have to do is put the Velcro on and I'll be done with it. And it's so cute. And considering the fact that I have not done one of these dresses in maybe 2 years, 3 years, for the first time, I think it turned out pretty good. I think it turned out pretty good. Even though I couldn't figure out how to turn it. But at least now I know how to turn it. Okay, sit there, iPad. I'm gonna turn this because this what do you call this? Seams, nasty seams driving me crazy. But there we go. That is our little dress. I think it looks like it. Where's my picture? Oh, there it is. And that's what it's supposed to look like. So I think we accomplished that. I think that we accomplished that same dress look. Yeah, we accomplished it. You have to. You have to start sewing. I'm telling you. Don't be so discombobulated in like I've been in this little thing. But pick out something. You know what I learned? If you start with something small, you'll be okay. So go ahead and start with making a pillowcase. Like a French seam pillowcase. Thank you, Molly. You're such a sweetheart. Yeah, this is a cute, I love this little pattern here. This is going to be one of the things that I put on the website. But start with a pillowcase because all you're going to be doing there is seams. There is this thing called the Million Pillowcase Challenge. And what they do is you sew pillowcases and donate them to the homeless shelters. Because when children leave, they only get a chance to leave with what's in their pillowcases. And so we made a lot of them. A lot. Matter of fact, you know what I can do? I can do a video on that. The next time I do a sewing video, I'll show you how to do the pillowcase with the French seam. And it's straight, straight, straight. You pull it and you don't have to worry about like these seams here. You won't have these because what you do is you sew this up first, and then I can't even say how it's right, but when you sew the seams, you'll sew up the seams straight just like this, right? And then you'll turn the pillowcase inside out and you'll sew up a 1/2 inch. So then you don't see the seams anymore. And y'all can't see that because my hands are not in the right spot. But that's what it is. Like you'll sew all of this up completely, and then when you flip it, when you flip the item, you sew it like a top stitch, and the seams are hidden. And so I'll do that. You remember that, Molly? Like, yeah, I did so many pillowcases. Like, literally, I challenged other people to do pillowcases for the pillowcase challenge, and we had so many that we donated. And for the kids, we gave, I don't know how many pillowcases we did, because we had so much fabric. And you know how you build up so much fabric, you don't know what you're gonna use for that fabric. We gave it away for the pillowcase challenge. I think we did maybe 300, 400. It was a lot, because I challenged everybody, do some pillowcases and donate them, and that's what they did. And those homeless shelters, we made the million too that year, and I think they still do it. I haven't done it in a long time, but they still do that pillowcase challenge, I'm almost positive. Yep. So thank you so much, y'all, for sticking in with this discombobulated live. It was all over the place. It won't be like this again. I will make sure that I practice my setup beforehand. I just kind of like came on and was like, I'm about to do this video, and that's how come I'm using my phone and it looks like this. But I'll make sure that I do it the right way next time and do the full setup. What I'm gonna have to do is just make sure that I comb my hair and take off my pajamas and put on some clothes, so I won't be trying to avoid me, because that's the problem. I'm trying to avoid me, and I'm not giving y'all the best that I should be giving you. So that's what I'm gonna do on my next video. I'm probably gonna do a card making video. So I decided to, since I'm gonna include other crafts, 4 out of the 7 days will probably be card videos, and then the other days that I upload will be something else, because I love my card videos. Oh, definitely. There is so many. Like how I made the bib and the burp cloth YouTube video. They was like, all you have to do is buy the pattern and you can do it. And I just went and bought the pattern from Etsy and made it last night. I didn't even have the right stuff to make it. On the inside, it's supposed to be blanket material. I put another blanket in the middle. I put a blanket in the middle in place of the backing. I put a fleece blanket that I was practicing on, one of those little comfortable baby blankets, and made that birth cloth and the bib for my granddaughter. So, and then my daughter was like, Mom, you gotta stop it. I'm like, whatever. And then I made the little patch for her. When I made that, she was like, okay, I'm not gonna tell you to stop anymore, because I made this what is this thing called? Applique. It's an applique, and I made that last night. I thought that was the cutest little thing ever. Little applique for my grandbaby. And so, I've been having fun. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I love it. It's so cute. I learned how to applique from one of the young ladies on YouTube. I want to say her name is Angela or something like that. Angela Jasmina. That's how I learned this from, this embroidery. So I bought this little Mickey. That's not Mickey, that's Minnie. I bought this little mini embroidery file from Etsy. And I got this fleece fabric yesterday or day before yesterday at Joann's. And I just was like, I'm about to do this. Didn't have a clue. Tried to figure it out, and it worked out. And so I'm happy. And then I just put her name on it. But I got to put my big machine in for service because it's that time. So they say they're going to have my machine for 2 weeks. Yes, I have a what do you call that thing? I have a PE 770 and I have a Baby Lock 6 needle. Yeah. I used to do I years ago I convinced my church to do a project because we were trying to figure out ways to help raise money for our youth department. And I was like, I got a good idea. And so I researched saying that my former pastor used to say all the time. And people was like, you should do something with that. And I did. And I created a business around it. And I convinced them to buy this $7,000 6 needle Baby Lock sewing machine. And they did. And we made that money back in 6 months. We made that money because people love the saying. It was called the new CCW, Carrying Christ's Word. And I would put CCW on everything and Carrying Christ's Word on everything. And people would bring me their clothes to put it on. And we made that $7,000 back in the first 6 months. And we kept it alive for like 2 years, I think. And then my pastor left and went to another church because I was previously AME. And if you know anything about AME, you get appointed to churches. And so he was removed. And so the machine was dormant for in the church for 2 years. And the new pastor didn't want to do anything with it. And so they sold it to me for nothing because he didn't know the value of the machine. And so he sold it to me for nothing. And so I've had it in storage for 4 years, 3 years, something like that in my basement. And it's funny because when is that a blessing or not? You know, I have to look at like, is it a blessing or not? Because he didn't know the value of what he had, but I did. And so I bought it. I was like, yes, sir. When you need the money, and I'll take the machine right now. And so, yeah. And now I'm able to use it for my new granddaughter, which is the reason why I broke it out. Started doing stuff now because she's coming. And I get to do all these cute designs. And they have such cute designs on Etsy. Etsy, the digitizers are fabulous. And somebody named Juju, I think, is a designer, Juju, if I'm saying that right. People get a lot of designs from her website. And Jasmina is her last name. I think her name is Angelica Jasmina, something like that. And if you need somebody else to show you some tutorials, look at Charmaine Galloway. She has wonderful tutorials, and she about discombobulated as I am, but she does great work. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I really don't know how to turn this off because I've never done a live on my phone before. I'll be hitting some buttons, but I'm going to leave you now. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. As soon as I figure out how to... Oh, I think I'm supposed to hit the X. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. Thank y'all so much for joining me.